Hello, my name is Mia. This is my sketchbook. We started her on the 11th of August 2022 and then I finished her on New Year's Eve the same year. The sketchbook is an Art Gecko sketchbook. I only got this one because all my usual sketchbooks were out of stock and I'm such a picky sketchbooker, but I really thought I'd change it this time because I'm so used to like nice fancy watercolour paper. So I gave Art Gecko a go. I'd used their watercolour stuff before and I like the paper texture. They had a cold press option for this small little A5. I think it was only £8. I'll talk about the paper and stuff throughout this video. Overall, I do like Art Gecko as a brand and I think it's really nice because the sketchbook is like bendy, which I love. I love it when it's like not hardcover. I'm pretty sure this is like just a mixed media A5 journal, I think it's called. I found it on Amazon. Unfortunately, they only sell through Amazon. So that's just something to think about if you want to buy from them. They are a small business. The only thing there, I know the name of any artist on the front here. This one I got off Etsy years ago with like a freebie. This one I got with a gift from a friend. She bought me some earrings and then they came with this. From the Lego shop, they gave out free stickers. Not gonna lie, I'm still using these now. These are great stickers and I would go back in the Lego shop just to get free stickers again. And I think these are from like B&M Bargains or something like that. Home Bargains, B&M, and that's all the stickers on the front. These are what was originally on the cover. This is just my name and then some puffy stickers, but I didn't like it. And I thought that like changing the cover might help me like have some inspiration. And to be honest, it really worked. I love this cover now. I love the stickers. I really enjoy how it looks and I'm really glad I did that. Felt more inspired to carry on the sketchbook. So this is the first page. It is a micron fine liner. I think having a coloured pen to fine line with just helps me so much with my work because it adds so much interest to me. Like just a simple colour can do a lot and go a long way. I do like these pens. One thing I will say is like, I feel like you have to press quite lightly to get like, I don't know if maybe I've used it too much, but sometimes I find them kind of hard to get a lot of ink out of. But I don't know if that's just how I work. I don't know if that's my fault. So I started this sketchbook in France. Me and my family went on a holiday to Mimizan. Here's me writing the date in French. Here's some fruit, Pringles, le Pringles man. I think I just put loads of French stuff, like as in loads of French stuff, I mean like le, jam cerise. Not saying that right, I know. I'm practicing here, being very loose. I really wanted it to be loose because a lot of my sketchbooks before were all so perfect, so thought out because they're all like watercolour paper and they don't have a lot of room in the sketchbook. And also they're so expensive because they're watercolour paper. But something about me is like texture is really important and if I don't like the texture of something, I won't want to use it. So that's why I do splurge on them. And also it's like my favourite thing in the world, so like, I'll do what I want. I actually drew this on New Year's Eve, so I came back and filled in this blank page and I just did this little sketch. I honestly love it. I love the neon background and the blue. Went through a navy phase in New Year's Eve and like kind of during that phase. I painted this hibiscus. I was going through like a phase of like flowers. Still kind of in that phase. I love flowers a lot. And this is with watercolour. You can tell it's not really like the best, but it works. Like the pigment here isn't great. That is so loud. It was kind of tough and I was a bit like, ooh, the texture wasn't great. I kind of had to stop here, no more layering, otherwise it would have ruined it. So something to think about. It doesn't take water the best, but I knew that. Like look at how thin the paper is, like I knew that was going to happen. But I just wanted something loose so I could practice being not perfect again because for a while I just hadn't allowed myself to do that and it was restricting my art. This is a little plant pot that was in our Airbnb. This is my breakfast one morning. Banana, baguette. I was going to spell them all wrong on purpose, I think. This coffee was so mid, right? In the Airbnb, they had an espresso machine, and I was like, that's grand, because I'm kind of like a coffee snob, like I'm quite picky. I don't really like instant coffee that much, all that stuff. But their coffee machine was horrific. It was so bad. I don't know what was wrong with it, but I may as well have just been drinking instant coffee. Probably would have been nicer, if I'm being honest. I drew this at the beach. I was kind of taking it everywhere I could go, because obviously it's so thin, it's like, if you do a crappy page, it's fine. This is my dad. And I feel like it's so distinctly him because of all the freckles on the back. He's such a freckly man, but he burns like crazy. So he's protecting himself from the rays. Pale, lobster skin. Me and my family kind of make fun of him for this because the rest of us all tan, but he just burns, bless him. In between here is like personal information, like stuff I stuck in. So magic pencils again. And also in the Airbnb we stayed at, it was honestly such a random thing. Like they had chickens and a duck. So I thought that was a great reference actually, and I drew them towards the last few days. I didn't actually get around to it for ages because I was kind of scared of them. That's a vegetarian, like I should not be afraid of them. We're friends, but they're still kind of weird looking. The ugliest barnyard animal. Anyway, I put Hoyadin, so that's the duck, because duck is Hoyadin in Welsh. Ducks move a lot. Fun fact, they had orange irises, which is so weird. Spooky, weird ass chicken. They were really spooky looking. I ended up taking a photo and I drew these two, which I do really like. I especially like this one. I think the expression is really cartoonist and it has a distinct expression, which is what I struggle to get sometimes. I took a photo of these. These all kind of turned out really good, I think. I like this. I mean, like, for animals anyway, and for me, they're not too bad, because I wouldn't say animals are my strength. I love a receipt page. I love sticking things in. I literally love, like, French supermarkets. Nothing compares. Like, literally, j'adore Carrefour. I love Carrefour. I gotta say, like, the humongous, like, fuck off Carrefours. Honestly, I just can't get enough. I also love Orangina, and Orangina tastes so much better in France than it does anywhere else. Honestly, you can't tell me otherwise. You just can't. Sketches. I did this after my haircut. Oh my god. So now we're entering, like, pain territory. Okay, I know my last sketchbook was kind of emo, and I was like, I'm fine now. It took me a while to get out of that space. I was sitting in Butte Park in Cardiff after I got my haircut, which was like quite a crazy haircut. Like, I got it done super short. It was almost like a mullet, which I'd wanted for years and years and years. I was just sitting in the park with my new haircut. Also sitting in the park. I don't really like this. I love this drawing. This is a butterfly, obviously, if you can't tell. I hope it's obvious anyway. It was really satisfying to do, and it really made me fall in love with coloured pencils and how much they blend, and especially Prismacolors in general, because I'd never used pencils that just felt so buttery and soft before. I also bought this pen. It's huge. I also love this shade of yellow. It's just like these two go together. I like this spread, even though this is like a messy page, but I was kind of testing this out. If you don't know, I have like a brand called Hafan Haylog, and I'm Welsh, so I do everything in Welsh, and I do Welsh themes. Cofiwch Dryden is in reference to a lake, or a lake that used to be a village that England drowned for a water reservoir, which they never used. It's just one of those things where it's like Welsh people losing things that they didn't need to. It's very relevant when it comes to like England's power over Wales. That's kind of an explanation of this, but I wanted to do something in my work regarding this. I mean, I already have like a bag that says Cofiwch Dryden, I already have a badge that says Cofiwch Dryden, but I wanted to do something for like a print and illustration. So this was like kind of brainstorming this. We've got like, this is the protest sign, genuine one, and it said this: your homes are safe, don't drown our homes. I also would like to mention that it was one of the last Welsh speaking communities in the country. So these are the houses, the grave, because loads of graves were also completely drowned as well, which is like mental. And now we just completely 180. I think this was before I got like my proper mullet, and I was like, I love mullets, because I do. I love a mullet. I just love what they represent. I love how cool they are. I love, like, you can even look alternative when you're wearing the most basic outfit. That is what I love about mullets, and I just thought I'd draw one because, of course, I drew like so many of my characters during this time with like that kind of ear exposed look. And I put I love mullets, and I've put no shit, Mia, they're in all of your sketchbooks, because they are. Like, if you look back at my sketchbooks, they're just riddled with mullets sprinkled in everywhere. This is a lady I found on Pinterest. Life drawing is so important, and I love doing it sometimes. It wasn't the best reference, because it's a simple, like, pose. I need to do something a bit more complicated, but beautiful lady, very fun to draw. This is just for my business, nothing interesting. This is where I'm looking for more, like, illustration kind of thingies. This I am developing soon. I really like this page. During this entire thing, like, I'm not really with it when it comes to my art. Like, I'm kind of doing it and I'm expecting it to come out, and I'm not really thinking about it. I think it took me a long time to get rid of my proper art block and fully enjoy it again, and like get back into the mindset of learning and growing and wanting to get better. This was kind of there. I was just like, just trying to do what I used to do. I was in a Starbucks during this time. I think I was having a white hot chocolate. Concentrating so much, and I looked to the right and there was a fucking man staring at me, and it's like, ugh, it makes me so angry. Like, literally just die. Little sketch. The sketch isn't great, I know that. The arm was dodged, but it's okay, it was fun. And I was also feeling blue because it's winter time and I have seasonal depression and I just can't catch a break because the fucking lack of sun makes me go crazy for some reason. I really like this portrait though. I feel like whenever I'm feeling sad and I just bang something out, it always turns out weirdly good. I think it's because I'm not thinking about it. It's usually my thoughts. I don't know. Something about drawing, and drawing something I'm almost familiar with, or so familiar with, makes my thoughts just go streamlined, and everything is so clear. And I know exactly how I feel and I know exactly what to say, but the minute I stop, it just completely goes back into the back of my brain. I don't know why. I wish I could keep those thoughts, but they just go. The minute I put the pencil back in the pencil case, they're gone. I like this spread, actually. It's weird because I'm looking at it through different eyes and I'm like, this is actually pretty good. These are some outfits I found on Pinterest. You've probably seen these. I see this one come up all the time, actually. These are with my pens again. But it's just a nice practice. I love drawing outfits. And I just wanted to do a nice spread. I wanted to do something pretty, because even though I wanted the sketchbook to be loose, it's not a bad thing for me to want them to look pretty, you know? This is a sketch with gouache, I think. This is a self-portrait, but I just never finished it. If you want to go and visit Art Hole, go ahead. They were right next to me. They're lovely people. A shop in Cardiff where they sell lots of different little bits. I got some stuff from there. I got like a anti-transphobia badge, which I do love. So yeah, go and have a look. I also might be selling there soon. I need to get in touch. Oh my god, so I work in a coffee shop and a regular, we like got to talking about art for ages. And we were talking about pens and stuff, and out of nowhere he's like, here's this pen. And I was like, oh, like it was so sweet. And it's in my main pencil case, like I use it a lot. Where is it? I use it a lot. It's a really, really good pen. The variety you can get with it, I love it. This is another business card I got from Ali the Loaf. I don't remember what I bought this time. I bought arm warmers because I had the t-shirt that I bought from her, and then she brought out arm warmers and I was like, you know what? I kind of want a treat. So I bought myself another one. This is my cat. I was trying not to use the colour black or anything, so I just kind of like did her in blue. It looks like her, I think, but you can tell the paper isn't doing me any favours. This is a cat from memory, which my friend Taylor found so funny that I wrote cat from memory here, but like, that's what it is. This portrait kind of slays, and then I go over and I'm like, ugh, what is that? This is a mullet, of course, so predictable, no one could have seen it coming. We're in October time now. Me and Taylor went to Got No Beef. This is my friend Taylor. I didn't finish him. I think I was struggling to draw his fleece. I had Got No Beef receipts in my last sketchbook tour as well. Like I was literally keeping that place open. When I tell you I literally went there maybe about 20 times. I mean, that doesn't sound like much, but it's a restaurant. Like I went there all the time. And I don't even live near. Like, I love it there. And I miss it. I miss you. I miss you, Got No Beef. I miss you so much. We got into drawing food. I don't know why. I just have so much inspiration for it. This is me and my best friend Yola Bell. I messed up her face. I still messed up her face even after I put the post-it note on it. I feel like I do self-portraits so well now because I'm so used to how my face looks, obviously, but when it comes to other people, I still need so much more practice. So that's one of my goals, is to draw less self-portraits, I guess. I don't think it's a bad thing. This is a little sketch using the pen that darling regular gave me. What colour in the background? You can tell it looks so chalky on this paper, even though the watercolour is like high quality. Yola went shopping, so we are in like Hollister, in this where this photo was taken. And this is everything I got on that day. That's this pen. Can you tell? So similar. I bought 2 new paintbrushes. I really need new paintbrushes, like good quality ones. I'm still using like the ones that I got for £2 from Amazon years and years ago when I first started painting. So I almost bought like a whole new pack, but then I was like, no, don't, because I spent so much money on this day. It's actually insane. I bought a vest from Sobeys that, to be honest, I never wear. It doesn't really fit me very well. Kind of got a problem with Sobeys. Sobeys, if you're watching this, do things for people who are above a size 12, please. Like, oh my god. I bought these stickers and I was like obsessed with them all the entire day. Like genuinely obsessed. I was obsessed. This is from the Lego shop. Mullet, don't like it really very much. This is a print that I printed in here just for practice. And this is a lino print I have. I love this. It's inspired by Zozzolini a little bit. I don't think anyone will know her because she doesn't post anymore, but when I first started making art, or like a few years into it, I was so inspired by her artwork, like just an incredible amount. Like she's easily one of the artists that have inspired me the most. She did like a seaside scene or like a underwater scene, but this is where I also discovered using Winsor & Newton gouache again, and I noticed the insane difference it made. But I'm really pleased with how these turned out. Really pleased, especially on this paper as well. Like it's skinny, like, so yeah. Here I am listening to Taylor Swift. That's it. Midnights had come out. My best friend was obsessed and was like, "Mia, you have to listen." Even though I'm not really a Swiftie, but I'm so bad at drawing headphones. In my last sketchbook tour, you could see the headphones are like too small. These ones are way too far down, but it's alright. I think the side profile I did here is okay. I like to write down my thoughts a lot as well. So like our stars, unique like snowflakes. Are they? I don't know. That's why I wrote that down. I do like this spread actually, by the way. I like the colours. I like how it's like monochrome, just yellow and black. I love how the page is full. This is practice for a sketch I did, or a painting. I'll try and find it because I was gonna like, I have so many of these prints available on my website and on my Etsy, so if you like this print, please buy it. She wants to be purchased so bad. You can see the texture of the paper in the print as well, which I absolutely adore. They're also such good, nice quality, like, they're delicious. But this was practice for this, and if I go on to a few more pages, you can see the development further. I put so much thought into this piece, and it's about seasonal depression, because if you want this print, sorry for the self-promotion, but my Etsy or my website, I'll be in the description. I only sell these for £15. So yeah. This is my froggy. It smells of strawberries, but I actually think I've sniffed all the strawberry out, because I remember this, it used to, but it doesn't anymore. I never used to be someone who slept with stuffed animals as a child, but as I've grown older, I have to, especially when they smell like strawberries. Hello? This is hench because I did like the chest really big. Mullet again. This is my Starbucks order. I think I was in Starbucks. No, I wasn't. But I do like how this looks. It's very illustrative. I like the colours together. Oh, little cat. I love cats. I think this was Christmas time because I got a hydro flask. There she is, look. I use her every single day. Every single day with my Lee Ellison stickers on her that kind of come off. It's fine. From my friend's business, Daisy Chains. Follow her, she's absolutely the best. She takes the best photos of me for my drops. And she's also just the best friend. So go give her a follow. This is kind of Wednesday inspired actually. You can see by the checkered vest. I was watching loads of like Wednesday recreation videos, like crochet ones, because I just love crochet content. I will eat it up. This is such a like a curvilicious woman. You got a little hip dip on the side, guys, because you know what? It's actually normal. Fun fact, it's the design of the human body. You shouldn't be insecure of it. You should not, ever. Illustrative portraits. I'm really trying to get into less fine arty stuff, more illustrative, even though I don't even know what I like. I kind of like when things go a bit more realistic sometimes. You know, it's all part of the process. Oh, okay, so I was struggling, like I said, after lockdown, and it took me so long to feel like myself again. Ever since we've come out of lockdown, or ever since we even went in, I just feel like since 2021, I fell asleep and I was just like surviving, and then I've just been waking up ever since. I'm like pretty much woken up now, but I also keep waking up like randomly, if you get my like analogy. Just sketches, very little peach. I'm not sure what that was about. I love her, so that's probably why. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold my hand over here because it's got personal information, but it's like a sticker from when I went to visit my friends somewhere. Little sketch. Oh no. I was like doodling random shapes and then I was gonna make them things. Some people are really good at this, but it's not really my strength. I just did like random worms and stuff. I don't think I was feeling all that creative or ambitious. Here's another self-portrait. Proportion? Question mark? I was so mad. I thought this was all dried up and then it went on this page and I was like, ugh. But it's fine. 25 expressions. I've tried to do this challenge a million times in my art career, if you will, and not once have I ever finished it. I've always got up to like a point and given up. They're all slightly different to each other, that's kind of the point. One day I would love to finish this challenge, but I don't think I will. But I like this sketch. I love the buttery pencils. I said it before, I'll say it again. I love the little pen. I like this. Again, I'm trying, like, illustrative is kind of a theme of here. I'm trying to make my style a bit more loose, figure out features, stuff like that. Here's another mullet. No one is surprised. Drawing is hard, real. I feel like I wasn't really thinking about it here. Like with figures and stuff, I think about it a lot more now and it is easier to me. But here I was just like, I'll just do it. Not really thinking about it, but you've got to like think about things. Like, hello. You never fully understand things. You've just always got to be thinking about it. Here I went to my work in my coffee shop. I like these sketches. Just figures off Pinterest, nothing interesting. And here I am drawing people around me. I probably made people a bit uncomfortable here. No one noticed except for this guy, I think. And he's a regular, I see him all the time. He comes in, he doesn't even like acknowledge anyone. He's like, medium latte. Okay. He's definitely not going to see this, so it's fine. But I think I was like making it obvious because we were sitting opposite each other. And I think he noticed me drawing him. I mean, they look like the person and they all were staying relatively still. Like coffee shops are actually a really good place to draw people. I was at an airport recently and I was trying to draw people there, but people move around so much in airports, it's just not the move. But coffee shops, people stay relatively still. A little portrait from Pinterest. We were playing Uno. This is still in France, I think. Yeah. And I think that's it. Wow, that was quick. I like to keep receipts and stuff in my sketchbooks. This is the menu from Pizza Place in Mimizan where we went at the start. We're at the start of the sketchbook. Marguerite, jambon. Nah, I'm just messing. They had 4 veggie pizzas, which is impressive for France. I don't know, is it? I thought it was impressive. We don't even have that option here. Aubergine on pizza is so underrated, and like courgette, because it like absorbs the flavour of the cheese and tomato. It's nice. Anyways, but yeah, that was the sketchbook. Honourable mention to my friend Tyler who made these stickers for me. But yeah. Sorry if this tour was a bit wibbly. My coffee's like gone right through me and I feel really weird. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook regardless. I wanted to show this sketchbook in particular because I know it's not perfect. I know a lot of it is really messy, but I think it's so important to show a bit of variety. I feel like the last sketchbook tour I showed was definitely one of my more perfect ones. It was much tidier, much cleaner, much more thought out, but way less expressive, and I learned much less in that one, I guess, in comparison to this one. One thing I would change about this sketchbook though, while we're here, is like I would have a little piece of elastic that goes around here. That would be great because it's quite large. Also, I don't know if I would recommend this sketchbook. I think it depends on you as a person. I would buy it again, but I wouldn't buy it for painting. I like the black cover, first of all. I like how it's bendy. I like how it has this, I guess. I'd rather it have like a piece of plastic, but it's not really that deep. And it does kind of lay flat-ish. I mean, you can always have these little clippy things, which help with that, and I use that a lot towards the end. Yeah, I would say it takes pencils and pens really well. Paint, not so much. Gouache, however, if you're thoughtful about it, it can definitely work because the warping is pretty minimal. It's pretty impressive actually. All my socials are at @haveandhaylog. I post mainly on Instagram and TikTok. I crochet, I do art, I knit. I also sell tote bags, etc. Please check out my website and my shop if you want to buy any prints of my artwork, although this probably wasn't the best example of my artwork, but like I said, I want to keep things a bit different. I don't want to put a fake persona of myself out there that I'm amazing and I do everything perfectly, because I don't, and I don't want to be that person. So yeah. Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye.